Hey, it's Nick. I know it's been a while since I've done a video of really building anything, so I kind of wanted to show you what I've been doing, why there hasn't been a video, and kind of show you how what I'm gonna be doing here soon. So, first of all, I moved. I actually bought a house, San Juan Island in Washington, beautiful part of the country. Very expensive, but I was able to find a nice, cheap house. And you know, for those who know me, settling down's been kind of a big deal. So, you know, this has been a big part of my life here. But finding an affordable house in a very expensive place to live meant that I needed to find a place that needed a lot of work. So the last several months I've been spending working on my house. And I finally got my shop really set up. So for those of you that don't know, or if you haven't noticed in my last videos, my previous shop was in a garage, which was also my bedroom and my kitchen. So it worked, except sometimes it would just smell of gas all night, or I'd have to vacuum all the sawdust off my bed after a project. And, you know, that gets a little annoying after a while. So I have my own dedicated shop here. I did this on a budget, like I do most stuff. And I'm going to show you around, show you how, you know, if you wanted to set up a budget shop, you can do it as well. So, first of all, you're going to notice right here, this is my trusty workbench. And I'll link to the video on how I built that, if you haven't seen that. It's still going strong. It's been out in the weather a little, had a little mold on it. I've sanded it down, bleached it up. It's come along pretty well. If you notice entirely here, the building is actually a portable garage. I think that was about $240 from Costco. Great investment, because now I have a dry space to work year-round without having to build a building. The house didn't come with a garage, so I had to make it work. It's 10 feet wide, 20 feet long, and just enough room to really start working on stuff, although it probably won't be enough when I really want to build something big again. But let me show you what I got here. So, like I said, there's my workbench. Then, if you look over here, a couple shelving units. Big plastic one in the corner was about $30 at Costco. The other one I hijacked from my brother because it was sitting in his basement. Over there is a tool shed. This guy actually came with the house, sitting in an awkward place, so I moved it around. This particular car tent has a panel in the middle that opens up. So I just kind of flopped that over the top. Not a perfect solution in any world, but it works for now. So, keep looking around here, and you'll see a mess. And this is all my stuff I'm still organizing. So I have some tools, I have a table saw, my planer, my bandsaw, a shop smith, a bunch of random hand tools, all that. And that's still sitting like that, mostly because I just haven't had the time to get to it. But I kind of want to show you a little bit about how I was able to do all of this, have what I have on a budget, and how a normal person can do this as well, or a lower, you know, less income person can do this as well. So first of all, I built the workbench myself. I showed that. I did a bit of a cost breakdown, using all wood at a local lumber supply. Fairly inexpensive for a very sturdy bench. The tent, like I said, this was about $240, so that was the most expensive part. But compared to a building, cheap. You can find these used sometimes. Most places you can look on Craigslist. Facebook has a bunch of buy, sell, trade groups. I've acquired many tools like that. Yard sales. I think most people know these ways of picking up cheaper things. If you don't, yard sales are also an amazing place for tools. Ever since I built the last boat, I've been acquiring clamps like they're going out of business. And I've just, every yard sale, if I see a clamp for $2, I buy it, because I know your 8-inch C-clamp's going to cost you 10 at the hardware store. So that's I got a whole pile just of clamps right over there. The next thing are tools. Like I said, I have a bandsaw, I have a table saw, a planer. you just have to keep an eye out for these things. People will get rid of old things because they're old. So a couple of these came from my grandparents' house. The bandsaw, the planer my dad acquired from a couple of people that were just getting rid of them. The table saw was left behind at this house when I moved here. Some people just don't know. An old Craftsman table saw works like a champ. No reason to get rid of it. Is it the best in the industry still? No. But is it going to work for most of what you're doing? Absolutely. So, I have an old tool chest here. It leans at funny angles. The drawers don't move super smoothly. Somebody was giving it away because he got something prettier. So, there we go. I traded work for the vise I have on my bench. I have buddies cleaning out, old lighting fixtures. Was able to do that. These ones overhead I bought. It's an industrial 10-string, but you can find, hanging work lights for just a few dollars anyway, anywhere, all over the place. And if you keep an eye out for used products, it works really well. So, what I'm currently working on, and I'm not sure if I'll have a video on this or not, is this coffee table. This is just a piece of cedar that some guy on the island had after he did a bunch of milling that was no good for any milling, and I paid him a few bucks for it. And I went to the hardware store and they had some marine polyurethane, really nice stuff that they were just trying to get rid of because it never sold. So that has a coat of marine polyurethane. A friend of mine is a glazer, so I'm gonna try to find a piece of scrap glass to go over top, and just throw some simple legs on it, and it's a beautiful beautiful coffee table. I don't know if I'll use it or I'll sell it, but it was just a fun project to really keep me going. So there's that. I have some tools that I paid a lot of money for, mostly because I really just wanted them, and it was hard to find a used one. So my big one is my planer, and it's actually just sitting on the ground right there, that big yellow DeWalt planer. And I did pay retail for it. Paid a lot of money for me for that little planer, but that, when it comes to building the boat, which I plan on doing here again soon, that's going to be invaluable. So some things you have to invest, spend a little money on. If you're lucky enough to be able to find one used, awesome. I've been looking for about a year, got frustrated, bought one, and I like it. So that's the little tour of my shop. I'll show you some pictures of my house, and especially where I'm standing right now. This is actually all built up ground. It was sloping, it was soft, it was not a very good space when I moved in. So I was able to work with my brother who does excavating, get some scrap dirt that was somewhere, and had him ship that over. I rented a little tractor, leveled it all out, bought some gravel, threw it on top. It took a fair bit of work, but I got a lot of usable space. So even if your house isn't perfect, you can make it work. It takes a lot of effort. You might have to get your friends and family to help you out, but it's really worth, making your place better. Now, in no way is my house complete. It's still a wreck. I have piles of scrap wood sitting around that came with the house. I have a cheap metal fence I threw up to keep my animals in, but it works for now, and it's constantly getting better. So here's my shop at night. It's about 2 in the morning, which is about on my nights off. This is often when I'm out here. As you can see, it's just a fully enclosed car tent. And when it's all lit up inside, you can see right through it. Come around this side, my old boat. If I have a big project, I could totally open up that side. But for the most part, it's completely dry inside. I I in fact have some varnish work drying as we speak. This gravel, I'll blow the tent there, as well as about 20 yards of fill dirt I put in myself. With the help of my dad and my brother, the company my brother works for, we were able to get that all filled in, as well as a bunch on the other side of my house. And then continuing over, there's some motorcycles, car, and then here's part of the stack of scrap wood that's been laying around my house. This was the roof to the old shed that was here when I bought the house. It was so rickety I was scared to be under it, but I'll be able to repurpose this for something else. It's not unusable wood. It was just a dangerous shed. And another piece of cedar I might be able to do something with in the future. So, there's that. So here's the front of my house. It's November. I've decorated for Christmas early. This is my first house, so I decided I'm going to go all out. That's a simple one. I think I bought it at Lowe's. Bunch of cheap T-posts to hold it all in. I'm getting a puppy, so I needed someplace to contain it. Down here, that's my cat named Fox. He's escorting me this evening. The house is a simple, double-wide, manufactured home, 1,200 square feet, with a deck on 3 sides. It does really good for what I need. Currently it houses myself, my dad, and a roommate. There's my pickup. And I have a nice yard that I'm able to do stuff in. So, there we are. My 2 a.m. tour of my house. So over here, next to my deck, is just this flat piece of ground with my inflatable hot tub all set up. Not working because it's leaking, but set up there. This used to slope away just a couple feet from the deck. I put about 40 yards of fill dirt in there and then just spread some grass seed. Eventually this will need to be compacted better, and maybe I'll put some gravel down to have more parking, but that was just a project I did shortly after moving in, thanks to help from my brother. I'm trying as a goal to make more videos for YouTube, no matter how bad they are. Building, doing anything, because it's something I like to do and I want to get better at it. Now if you have tips, if you have tricks, if you want to show me anything, awesome, cool. If you want to come to San Juan Island, show me some stuff, film with me, hey, come and do it, I'd love it. But until then, I'm just going to keep making my not so amazing videos and seeing where it goes. So I'll keep including some clips now and then if I can't do full videos, and keep trying to grow this channel. If you have any requests for me, let me know. Please like and subscribe, and enjoy what I have. Thank you very much.